This is Command Bridge, an agentic control plane for enterprise incident response. In high stake outages, teams often suffer from information silos and panic driven development. We built Command Bridge to unify response through a transparent, governed orchestration layer. If I quickly open my developer options, I can show you what exact response are being fetched from the Watson Orchestrate API. I will quickly trigger a random incident and it has been triggered. And of course, we have a JSON file that has been fetched from IBM Orchestrate. And we also have a swarm of our agents that have been used to understand the incident better. So one of them is the intake agent, then a context and knowledge agent. Then of course we have a risk assessment agent. Since this has a very high users affected as well as revenue risk, we have a very hard block on governance and don't let AI just go through and change what it feels like. So if I'll quickly close my browser console and go to change governance tab, we can actually generate a change governance report, a plan. So it the request proposal as in heading, and of course an SRE lead would be required to approve and execute this step. And what is the execution plan? So it says that isolate the IAM node, apply remediation configuration, vary verify traffic health checks. So this is something that the execution plan IBM Orchestrate has given us. Of course, it also has a rollback strategy, revert to the last known good snapshot of the services that have gone wrong, flush service caches, and of course we have our governance as we saw early how the timeline went, and we were waiting for the governance change, and we of course invoked it, and it has completed. So this is just not on the front end of the UI. If I go to my enterprise incident commander, which is basically orchestrating all this form of agents and give it something like a critical warning or critical error that has happened, and ask it to give a governed rollback plan, it will go through all the agents that are in the chain. We have, mind you, 5 agents that are working to better understand, better grow, better uh, show the problem. And as you can see, it created an incident summary. Of course, it has all the agents that were required to assess what has gone wrong, and it has given rules to who would do what. So DevOps would do the validation for this. It would say that restart API, payments API instances, and this would basically give a very well drawn out task to each of the team members that are working on this project. So, in the end, I would like to say that this is something that was born out of necessity, because where I work, this is something that constantly happens, and we don't have a fix for that. We usually people turn to AI to get things done, but if something like this with the enterprise authority of IBM, this could really go to places, and that's what I feel, that this should actually be implemented into many companies to actually understand each execution plan as well as rollback strategy instead of just panicking and developing something. Thank you so much.